The city lights were already fading into evening when a small moment of sadness cut deeper than the noise of traffic and footsteps. A little girl stood frozen in front of a bakery window, her tiny hands pressed against the glass, her eyes locked on a cake glowing under warm lights. It was her birthday, yet there was no celebration waiting for her, no candles to blow, no song to sing. Just a quiet ache that felt far too heavy for such a young heart. That single sentence, spoken with innocence and truth, would ripple into a moment that would change lives in ways no one could imagine. Before the story goes any further, take a second to pause. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of small moments to change everything, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them most. The girl had been walking with her tired mother, whose shoulders carried more than grocery bags and unpaid bills. Every step that evening felt like a reminder of how far behind life had left them. The child's birthday had arrived quietly, without balloons or wrapped surprises, because survival had come first. Food, rent, and bus fare had taken priority, leaving no room for cake. The bakery window became a mirror reflecting everything the mother felt she had failed to give. The cake stood tall and perfect, layered with cream and soft colors, glowing like something from another world. A few steps behind them stood a young man in a tailored suit, someone who seemed out of place on that cracked sidewalk. He was known in business magazines and news headlines as a rising billionaire, someone who had built a fortune before most people finished finding themselves. Yet in that moment, his wealth felt irrelevant. What caught his attention was not the bakery or the crowd, but the stillness of the little girl and the quiet pain on her mother's face. He had grown up with plenty, but not always with warmth, and something in that scene broke through the armor success had built around him. He watched as the girl slowly pulled her hand away from the glass, her excitement fading into resignation. There were no tears, just a calm acceptance that hurt more than crying ever could. That acceptance reminded the young billionaire of a truth he often ignored, that some people learn disappointment far too early. The mother gently guided her child away, trying to smile, trying to make the moment lighter, but the weight of it lingered in the air. Instead of walking on, the young man followed his instinct and stepped closer to the bakery. Inside, the smell of sugar and vanilla wrapped around him, sharp and comforting at the same time. He chose a cake, not the biggest or most expensive, but one that looked like it had been made with care. Candles were added, and a simple box tied with a ribbon. To the staff, it was just another sale. To him, it felt like something far more important. When he stepped back outside, the street felt quieter, as if the city itself was holding its breath. He approached the mother and child with gentleness, aware of how intimidating his presence could be. He lowered himself to the child's level, making sure his expression carried nothing but warmth. What he offered was not pity, but recognition. He handed over the cake, explaining that birthdays deserved to be remembered, no matter the circumstances. The mother froze, disbelief washing over her face. Pride battled gratitude, but the sincerity in his eyes disarmed her. She had grown used to refusing help, used to standing strong even when it hurt. This time, she allowed herself to accept. The little girl's face transformed in an instant, joy lighting her features like the candles waiting inside the box. That joy spilled into the street, brighter than any neon sign. What happened next was simple, yet profound. There was no grand speech, no cameras, no announcement. Just a small family standing on a sidewalk, holding a cake, feeling seen. The young billionaire walked away quietly, but he did not leave unchanged. That moment followed him into boardrooms and penthouses, reminding him that impact was not measured only in numbers, but in human connection. Days later, through a chain of coincidences, he found a way to help further without turning kindness into spectacle. He covered a year of groceries for the family, arranged childcare support, and connected the mother with a job opportunity that matched her skills. None of it made headlines. None of it needed to. For the family, life slowly began to feel less like a constant struggle and more like a path with possibilities. The little girl's next birthday was different. There was laughter, candles, and a cake chosen together. But more importantly, there was hope. She learned that the world, though often harsh, still held room for unexpected kindness. Her mother learned that accepting help was not weakness, but a bridge to something better. As this story comes close to its end, take a moment to reflect. If this story touched your heart even a little, please like this video, share it, and stay connected with the channel. Your engagement helps spread stories that remind us of our shared humanity. Before the final moment, here is a special request. Please comment the word kindness if you believe one small act can change a life. The young billionaire never saw that family again, but he carried them with him in every decision he made. And somewhere in the city, a little girl grew up knowing that even on the hardest days, someone might notice, someone might care, and someone might choose kindness when it mattered most.